Hi there, Coach Latanya. Welcome back to my channel. I have over 20 years in the fitness and wellness space, and every day I help people online achieve their health and wellness goals through digital programs, products, and services. So, I want to share with you some simple and practical ways that you can get moving, get back on track with those fitness goals as far as weight loss, fat loss, seeing more definition, feeling more energy, even improving your mood. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. For everyone, if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope that you enjoy this content. Here, we're all about elevating wellness in your mind, your body, and your spirit. I help you do that with simple and practical ways, okay? For those of you who are already a part of this community and you come back week after week, I thank you so much, and I hope that these videos are helping you elevate wellness on your journey. Now, let's go ahead and get into the topic, okay? Now that it is spring, we shift into longer days and shorter nights. This means that we're going to get more activity in, or we have more opportunities to get that activity in. Now, I don't know about you, but I am super busy and I have so much to do, whether I'm serving clients, I am with my husband, my children, spending time with my family, friends. It's busy, and sometimes I look around and it's 4:30 already. So we're busy, and it's hard to really sometimes just kind of nail down an hour long workout, right? To go to the gym, hour long workouts, and get on and get into that fitness goal and start working toward that fitness goal, right? And so I wanted to provide some simple and practical ways that you can do that starting now, okay? And so this way, if you're not able to get to the gym, or perhaps you don't even want to go to the gym, not everybody is a gym body. Perhaps there is a lack of knowledge when it comes to how to use machines. Sometimes the machines aren't clean. Sometimes the machines aren't maintained well. Sometimes a number of things. Sometimes you're working longer hours, and the last thing you want to do is be around people. And so, whatever your reason is, I want to share with you some simple and practical ways that you can burn body fat and lose weight. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. One of the things that I see a lot when it comes to weight gain, it's very, very sneaky and very subtle and manipulative as well, is sugar. Now, I know sugar is sweet. Sugar is like a drug. It really sends signals to our brain, and we want more. We crave more and more sugar. And I am not about against anyone's dietary lifestyle. I am plant-based and animal-based protein. I am not going to come for anybody and say you shouldn't eat this way and you shouldn't eat that way, because if you've been with me for a while, you know that I believe the way one eats has a lot to do with the people they come from, right? And the areas that their people come from. I believe that is more genetic, okay? And this is why if you go to a doctor and the doctor says, okay, what about does this run in your family, right? Your mom, your dad, perhaps your grandparents, do you see this dis-ease or issue running through your line? That's genetics, right? And so why wouldn't we look at also the foods as well? When I look at my people, Scleroy Wokan, I am eating many of the same foods, the same types of food that my people ate. Okay, now, with that being said, I feel more alive. I feel better in that way because my body knows that. I was passed down, right? I inherited those genes. I inherited that DNA. And so, if my foremothers, which were in that region and they ate certain things, beans and corn and squash and lots of greens and, you know, um, nuts and seeds, hemp, right? Tuscarora, depending on the band, one of the names of the bands of Tuscarora people is the hemp gatherers. Unfortunately, we look at hemp as a drug, but before it was a drug, right? It was a medicine. It was used for medicines. It was used for the plant was used for making rope, also making, I believe, clothing as well. And so it was not something that was abused. It became illegal because it began to become abused. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to stay here, but as a matter of fact, even I think it was George Washington or one of the presidents at that time, hemp was so necessary that every farmer was required to grow a set amount of hemp in their fields and their gardens because it was so vital, it was so necessary. Um, and so if you do the research about hemp and its long story, you'll see that it was, before it was a drug, it had many benefits. Those benefits are not diminished. It was unfortunately the abuse that caused it to be illegal. Okay? So that's my take, my spiel on hemp. But again, as you can see, I grew up with, instead of barbecues, we had fish fries. Instead of barbecue ribs, we had spring chicken. I'm used to eating, foods that are hunted. That's my makeup. I was raised that way. That's my makeup. My body loves it. My people that passed it down to me. So that is genetic. So I'm not going to say that you shouldn't eat this and you shouldn't eat that. But what I will say is, if you are majoring on foods like fruit bowls, because I see this a lot, or smoothie bowls, right? Yes, it's natural, but just take a look at all of that you're eating, and you can put that in like a fitness tracker. I like MyFitnessPal, but just measure out your food. Let's say you're using, I don't even know, whatever you put, whatever is comprised of, whatever makes up your smoothie bowl or your fruit bowl, right? Go ahead and measure out the fruits. So if you have strawberries, if you have kiwi, if you have blueberries, if you have mango, if you have, measure out all of that, blend it all up, mix it all up, and see how many carbs it comes in that one meal. Okay? Now, after 35 and beyond, you really want to watch the amount of sugar that you're taking in. Not that you should not have any, but sugar can also disrupt the hormones. So I did a video last week about menopause, and one of the things, or easing menopausal symptoms, and one of the things is sugar. It is linked to unstable or throwing off the hormones. And when it comes to perimenopause and menopause, you want to try to balance those hormones, and food is the way to do that, is one of the ways to do that. Okay? So watching your sugar intake is going to be huge, because if you think about sugar being a carbohydrate, right? Which means it's going to hydrate you, yes. Sometimes you're going to feel bloated depending on how much you're eating. And so it may not necessarily, it's not that you can't have fruit, okay? Because I have fruit. Fruit is good for you. But you want to look at how much fruit you're having each day, okay? All right, so sugar is going to be huge. Another thing is making sure you're getting fiber in, okay? Now, everyone is a little bit different. For women, it is recommended at least 25 grams of fiber. For men, 35 grams. Everyone's a little bit different. For me, I need about 30 to 35 grams of fiber. For me, that's what works, okay? Now, you want to, again, journal, write down, or use an app like MyFitnessPal. No, they are not sponsoring this video. But when you look at how much fiber you're getting in, that's going to also help you to determine, oh, this is why I eat so much. This is why I undereat. Maybe you're getting so much fiber in that you feel satiated or satisfied longer. And so there's nothing wrong with that. So if you're going 4 to 5 hours and you feel fine, perhaps you're getting in enough fiber. Another thing is, you want to try to, don't have 35 grams of fiber in one meal. You want to space it out. So if you're having 3 meals a day or 4 meals a day, that's about 5 grams of fiber per, 5 to 7 grams of fiber per meal. Okay? And so that's a great gauge as well, because then you know, okay, so let me put some chia seeds in there. Maybe I put some kale and some broccoli in there. Maybe have some lentils in for dinner. All of those can, I like to have my corn tortillas. That has fiber in it. So all of those are great ways to plug in fiber. Fiber is going to help you feel satiated. Fiber is also going to help to clean out your system. And so it's very important to make sure that you're incorporating fiber as well. Fiber makes you feel fuller, so you're eating less at each meal. Okay? Another thing is making sure that you get quality protein in. Again, I am not going to tell you that you should eat this and you should eat that, because everyone is different. We come from different peoples. We come from different areas of the world. You want to look at what your people ate. Okay, your great grandmom, if you're able to determine that, see what they ate. I believe in ancestry. I believe in looking at those things. And I think another thing about ancestry as well, as I think about this, is if you go into ancestry and you start to look at your people, your family trees, and the migrations, I think it will make it made me humble. It humbled me because um, I think a lot of times society, I know a lot of times society categorizes us based on the color of our skin. But the color of our skin really does not tell the story of the people that we come from. When you look at your own genetic makeup, you'll see that, oh, this is why I like certain things. This is why I kind of bend toward here. Now, yes, we have our own likes and dislikes, but sometimes those likes and dislikes are also inherited as well. So, when I went keto, for example, one of the things I wasn't missing cake, and because you can make your own keto desserts, I wasn't missing pizza because I can make my own keto pizza, but I was really missing beans. I love beans. There's not a bean. There's one bean that I don't like, and it's a small red beans. I don't even know what those are called. But outside of that, I love beans. I love berries. I can have berries for dessert. And so that points to my people. We're big on berries. I remember my grandmom telling me one time how even she would use berries for to just a lip tint. So looking at those are great indicators of what your body likes, what your body does well with. For example, I love coconut, but sometimes I can eat a coconut product or coconut sugar, and my system is just, I can tell. Not that I feel upset or sick, but it's making these sounds like, wait, what am I supposed to do with this, right? What am I supposed to do with that? So, having really good sources of protein, whether that is animal source for you or plant source for you or mixed, okay? Figuring out what works best for you, not about what you read, but what works best for you. How does your body feel after having that type of protein? How does your body feel after having that type and that amount of protein? That's another key. Because here's the thing, as we get older, past 35, if we're not getting enough protein, then we are losing muscle, right? Because we automatically lose muscle after the age of 35 anyway. So if we're not repairing or building muscle after that age, right? Then that stage that we're going to go in is a stage where we're losing muscle. So we need to incorporate foods that are going to help to build muscle for us. So what that means for me is I want to make sure I'm having 140 grams at least of protein each day so that I'm maintaining. But if I want to put on more muscle, I'm going to have 145, 150 grams of protein. And that is great for my body because I see the difference. I see the definition. And so it's very important to get quality protein in there and the right amount of protein for you. I'll do another video that will help you kind of determine how much protein you should be having. Now, I'm very active, but if you're not as active, your needs for protein may not be as much. This is why some people can become vegan because they are not as active. They're not doing as much activity, right? If I need that much protein because I'm very active right now. So that means that in order for my body to build and repair the muscle, recover the muscle, I need a certain amount, okay? If you're sitting at a desk for 8 or 10 hours a day, perhaps you do work out for about an hour, you're not going to have the same needs of protein that I have. So write it down, journal it, track it, figure out what works best for you, how you feel when you have that type of protein, those types of protein, and that amount of that type of protein, okay? So protein is very important as well. Okay, sleep is also going to be a great medicine for you as well. And the reason why is because that is how our body recovers, okay? I know sometimes if I'm underslept, I don't even want to do a video because my face looks different, my skin looks different, I look tired, my skin is dry and itchy, lifeless looking, and it's because I'm underslept, my body didn't have time to recover, I feel more winded, I feel more exhausted, I'm not as clear. Although I can function, I can get through the day, I'm not on my A game because I'm underslept. Everyone is a little bit different depending on the stage of your life. So, for example, if you are raising young babies and you're getting up in the middle of the night, you actually may need 9 hours of sleep. If you're taking care of babies and you're working out, you actually may need 10 hours of sleep. Everyone is different. It depends on the age, the stage, your lifestyle, the level of demand on your body is what determines the amount of sleep that you need. On the days that I'm getting in a lot of steps, I've gotten my workout in, I've gotten my weights in, I've walked Coda. I may need 9 hours of sleep because I've done so much. It's time to get out and do some more gardening again. And so, with all of that activity, digging up dirt, getting exercise in, training, walking my dog, that's a lot. My body needs a little bit more sleep. But on an average night, 7.5 to 8 hours is perfect for me. Okay? So figure out what your body needs and then try to stick to that level or that amount of sleep each night. Okay? It really is a beauty sleep. It really is good medicine for the body. And lastly, movement is key. Exercise is movement, but not all movement is exercise. You want to get in both, okay? And what this means is you want to get in 2 to 3 days minimal of weight training. Resistance training that is going to challenge your muscle. If it's challenging your muscle, it's changing your muscle. If it's changing your muscle, you're getting stronger, okay? And so you want to be able to challenge your muscle so that your muscle can grow and develop. This slows down the aging process. Now, I am not speaking about aging in the way of vanity. Aging is a breaking down or oxidation process, right? It's almost like leaving your lawn chairs outside and the rain, the elements hit it, and now all the rust is happening, right? It's the breaking down of that material. That's what aging is. So yes, we are each day we age, we grow more mature. But what you want to prevent is the breaking down. Okay? I think that it is highly ignorant to say, well, I'm not trying to be young anymore. I'm not trying to be this. But are you trying to remain relevant? Are you trying to remain healthy? Are you trying to remain energetic? Are you trying to remain independent of canes and walkers and things like that for as long as you can? Because if you are, then baby, movement is necessary, okay? Because that is the way you strengthen the body. By challenging the body, you strengthen the body. By lifting weights, you challenge the body, you challenge the muscle, and you get stronger, okay? So as we get older, we want to challenge the body in the area of resistance training so that we can build that muscle. We feel stronger. We're able to take our groceries. We're able to go upstairs without getting tired and feeling winded. We're able to walk, with our children, with grandchildren, if you have grandchildren. You're able to do that. I have a client who is past her 70s, and I'm so proud of her. And she was saying, my daughter told me the other day, she said, Mom, you are in the best shape of your life. This woman is in her 70s. She's closing her circles, right? She's getting her steps in. She's burning calories, and she's having to eat more because her metabolism has increased in her 70s. This is why we have to throw away those titles of, oh, you're this age, so that makes you old. No. When you're old, you're irrelevant. What do you do with the old couch? You throw it out. What do you do with your old phone? You exchange it. What do you do with old milk? You throw it out, right? We are aging, we are maturing, but it doesn't make you old, okay? So throw that away because it's irrelevant. That gives you permission to stop, okay? It gives you permission to stop. You don't have permission to stop until life no longer continues in this earth realm. So move your body. Exercise, getting those weights in, but outside of the exercise, let's say you do 30-minute bouts of exercise at least 5 days a week. That is wonderful, okay? In addition to that, I recommend getting steps in. That is the movement. So it may not necessarily be exercise, but it is moving. So go out there, walk in nature 30 minutes, maybe in the morning or in the afternoon or even both. Get those steps in. Clean up your house. That's a great way to get steps in, walking back and forth. Go walk around in the mall, walk around at the park, walk around with a friend, have a walking, talking instead of going out for lunch, go and walk together, have a nice conversation together. So those are some great ways to get movement in as well as exercise. We need both. Exercise alone is not going to be enough if you're needing to lose weight. I even say that it's not enough if you want to maintain. You may not need 10K steps a day, but you still want to walk every day. Walking has proven to have so many benefits to it, like blood sugar regulation. It lowers blood pressure because it helps to strengthen the heart. It's a good medicine for anyone who has elevated blood pressure, anyone who is having trouble sleeping at night, because it helps to lower cortisol. Cortisol is that stress hormone that wakes us up in the middle of the night. We can't go back to sleep. If you're going through menopause, walking is very good for that because it helps to stabilize hormones as well. There's so many benefits to walking, improving blood circulation, improving your mood. Oh my goodness, so many benefits. So I recommend getting that exercise in at least 5 days a week, 3 days of weight, 2 to 3 days of weights, getting some cardio in to strengthen your heart, but also getting in those steps, okay? So, lastly, I want to say hydration. It's very important to drink water because if we're not drinking water, we're not really flushing the body. We're not helping the circulatory system. Even our skin, our hair, and our nails need water. It appears lifeless when we don't get enough water. Okay? So, those are some simple and practical approaches that you can use today to help burn fat and lose weight. Walking, if you want a fun, simple, and effective way to burn fat, if you don't want to go outside, you can participate in any of the walking workouts here on this channel. I do short, fun, and effective workouts that you can do with simple movements. I try not to overcomplicate the moves because not everybody feels coordinated, but I also use it to work on coordination, to strengthen the memory, strengthen the coordination, strengthen your balance. All of that is in there in those little 20-30 minute workouts. Okay, so you can do that 2 to 3 days a week, get some walking in, 2 to 3 days of weight training, and you are set. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this workout. I hope it was very helpful for you. If so, leave a comment and let me know. I'm here to serve you, and I love to help you elevate wellness on your journey. All right, if this is your first time and you enjoyed this content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so the next time I upload a video, you will be among the first to be notified. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and until next time, live beautiful.